There is a subtle but very powerful mistake that many men make when hugging a woman, and the worst part is that they don't even notice it happening. It is not loud, it is not obvious, and it does not feel like something important in the moment, but psychologically it leaves a strong impression. A hug is often treated as a casual greeting or goodbye gesture, something automatic and meaningless. But in reality, it is one of the most direct forms of nonverbal communication between two people. In just a few seconds of physical contact, the body communicates things that words never reach. Confidence, comfort, nervousness, hesitation, dominance, or insecurity. All of it can be felt through something as simple as a hug. What most men don't understand is that physical contact is processed faster than conscious thought. Before a woman even analyzes what she thinks about you, her body has already formed an emotional reaction. It is not about overthinking or reading too much into small actions. It is about how the nervous system naturally responds to presence, pressure, posture, and energy. In moments of closeness, especially during a hug, the brain's emotional system becomes more active than logical thinking. This is why first impressions are often not based on words, but on how someone feels in your presence. A hug is one of those rare moments where this process becomes extremely clear. The first common mistake is the weak or hesitant hug. This is when a man barely commits physically, keeps too much distance, or touches without real intention. The arms are there, but the presence is missing. It feels like the person is unsure whether they should even be engaging in the moment. From a psychological perspective, this kind of contact signals hesitation and lack of confidence. It does not create discomfort, but it also does not create connection. It feels empty, like something was supposed to happen, but never fully did. And that emptiness is what gets remembered, even if unconsciously. On the other end of the spectrum is the overly intense or intrusive hug. This is when physical space is ignored, pressure is too strong, or the contact lasts in a way that feels uncomfortable. Instead of communicating strength, it creates tension. The problem here is not closeness itself, but lack of awareness. Social and emotional intelligence plays a big role in physical interaction, and when that awareness is missing, the message received is not confidence. It is impulsiveness or lack of control. Even if intentions are harmless, the experience can feel overwhelming for the other person, which naturally weakens comfort and trust. Then there is another mistake that is even more overlooked, the disconnected hug. This is when the body is physically present but mentally absent. The person might be distracted, looking around, thinking about something else, or simply going through the motion without awareness. In this case, the hug becomes mechanical. There is no emotional grounding in it, and that absence of presence is something people can feel instantly, even without words. It gives the impression that the moment is not important, and therefore the person in it is not important either. What actually makes a hug feel grounded and confident is not force or technique, but presence. A natural, calm, and steady approach communicates far more than exaggerated behavior ever could. When a person is relaxed in their posture, stable in their stance, and fully present in the moment, the interaction feels different. There is no rush, no hesitation, and no overcompensation. It is simply a calm moment between two people where neither side feels tension. That sense of ease is what the human nervous system naturally responds to. Breathing also plays a silent but important role. Many people unconsciously hold their breath in moments of nervousness or attraction, which creates internal tension. But controlled and natural breathing signals relaxation, and that relaxation is often sensed by the other person. When the body is calm, the interaction becomes calm. When the body is tense, the interaction carries that tension without words needing to explain it. Timing is another subtle factor. A hug that is too short can feel rushed and meaningless, while one that is unnecessarily prolonged can feel awkward. The balance lies in a natural, unforced duration where the moment is acknowledged but not overstayed. The goal is not to calculate seconds, but to remain aware when the interaction naturally feels complete. How a hug ends is just as important as how it begins. A calm and confident release, without abruptness or awkward hesitation, leaves a sense of composure. Stepping back naturally, maintaining relaxed eye contact, and having neutral body language helps complete the interaction smoothly. It communicates that the moment was acknowledged, but not clung to. That balance between connection and independence is often what leaves a lasting impression. At the core of all of this is not manipulation or technique, but awareness. Every physical interaction reflects your internal state more than your external actions. When someone is grounded, calm, and present, it naturally shows. When someone is anxious, uncertain, or disconnected, that also shows without a single word being spoken. A hug is simply one of the clearest moments where this becomes visible. Most people go through these small interactions without realizing their impact, but presence changes everything. When you stop rushing, stop overthinking, and start being fully aware of the moment, even something as simple as a hug becomes meaningful, not because of what you do differently, but because of who you are being in that moment.